Hi, you guys. As you can see, I'm not at school today. But I did want to go over your study guide with you before you move on to your notes. So, first we're going to review 5.1, 5.2, and 5.4. These are all the notes that we should have done by this point. And we're doing this because today in class you are going to watch your 5.5 videos and then next week we're testing. And so we're getting close to the end of this chapter, and I just wanted to make sure that we knew how to do everything. So for number 1, it says fill out the ratio table. To get from 7 to 28, we multiply by 4. So we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So we're going to do 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. And so that means that blank is 8. To get from 2 to 6, I multiplied by 3. So to get from 7 to whatever this blank is, I need to multiply by 3, and I get 21. To get from 7 to 84, I multiplied by 12. So I'm going to do 2 times 12, and that is going to give me 24. Another method you can use, I'm going to use it on number 2. You can divide, so 60 divided by 2 gives me 30. And so now I'm going to use that to help me fill in the blanks on the other ones. So I'm going to do 10 times 30, and that gives me 300. Or 30 divided by 30 gives me 1. 5 times 30 gives me 150. And so that's another option that you can use as well. For 5.2 review, we just are reviewing what we learned last week in class. So this is writing our ratio in simplest form. So we have 33 over 9. I can divide by 3 on top and bottom, and I should have gotten 11 over 3. For number 4, it says to find the unit rate. And so that's just when we divide. So when I take my fraction, it means that I do 54 divided by 6. So I have 54 divided by 6 is 9. So this is $9 per person. Use the ratio table to find the unit rate. So remember, we have our y's on bottom, our x's on top, and we always do y divided by x. So I'm going to have 1 divided by 4. To find the unit rate, I do 1 divided by 4, and that means that I get 0.25 laps per 1 minute. For 5.4, we're reviewing what you should have watched before coming to class, and if you've not watched it after you complete this warm-up, you need to do that first. But all that we do is cross multiply in this section. So to find our missing part of our fraction, we cross multiply. So 5 times y is 5y. 9 times 25 is 225. I divide by 5 on both sides, and I get y equals 45. So again, you're going to just cross multiply. 3 times 4 is 12, equals 1 times x, which is 1x. I don't have to write that 1, so I can just put 12 equals x, and that's my answer in this case. For a table, it's the same thing, just think of it as a fraction bar here. So I have 4 over 12 equals 1 over n. Cross multiply, I get 4n equals 12, because that's 1 times 12. Divide by 4 on both sides. I get n equals 3. Same thing, draw that line, make it seem like it's a fraction. So we have w on top, 21 on bottom, 16 on top, 24 on bottom. Cross multiply. So I have 24w equals 21 times 16 is 336. When I divide by 24, those cancel, and I get w equals 14. Amy earns $25 after babysitting for 3 hours. How much does she charge if she works for 7 hours? 25 times 7 is 175. 3 times x is 3x. Divide by 3 on both sides. X equals 58.3 repeating. Bobby drove 10 miles and his car used 5 gallons of gas. How many miles does he drive with 15 gallons of gas? 10 times 15 is 150. 5 times m is 5m. Divide by 5 on both sides, and I get m equals 30. So now your agenda tells you to watch your 5.4 notes. If you've already done that, then you're going to move on to 5.5. If you have not done that, then you need to go and watch 5.4 before moving on to 5.5.